All right, great to have you all here in this intro webinar. I'm going to get started about how to use essential oils to improve your health without experiencing any negative side effects in less than 1 hour. So my name is Jürgen Lang, and I'm so excited to be teaching you today what you may not know about essential oils, but probably should, because they really are plant powerhouses. And we will be covering quite a lot of interesting topics here in this class. So I hope you came prepared to learn. Even though I switch off your microphones, I prefer to have a very interactive webinar here. That means if you like something, what I'm saying, I'll be happy to see thumbs up or hands up or just a simple yes here in the chat box, so I can see that you are with me, right? So let's practice right away and just let me know if you are as excited as I am to be here right now. Anybody, hands up? Because you know, sometimes when you are speaking on this side of the webinar, you just don't know if anybody is with you and listening. And honestly, it's sometimes a little bit tough. So just love to hear if you are with me on the other side. What I'm going to do first is to teach you 3 cool things that you may not know about essential oils. Then I will show you 3 different ways to use the oils. And finally, I'm going to go over 3 specific applications of essential oils so that you can take back control of your physical, emotional, and also mental health. So before we start, I want you to shut down your email, close your door, give yourself permission to be fully present, and just invest this next approximately 1 hour into learning more about how you can care for yourself and your family in a non-toxic, plant-based way. You may be wondering if you belong here. Therefore, I will come up with a couple of statements I'm going to throw up on the screen. And if any of these statements are something that you can identify with, just raise your hand or shout out in the comment box. You are in the right place right now with me if you've got a passion for natural living and you are probably tired of traditional medicine compromising your health rather than treating your body as an integrative system. You are also in the right place if you crave solutions that not only treat symptoms, but actually prevent disease from happening, because you believe preventative care is the key to lifelong vitality. Anybody wants to raise his hand on that one? Hopefully, yes. You're also in the right place if you are disillusioned with commercially mass-produced pharmaceutical choices that are prescribed to the masses, but with little attention to your own unique needs, but with plenty of side effects instead. And you are also in the right place if you know that something needs to change to improve your health and the health of your loved ones, but you're actually a little bit overwhelmed and you are not sure where to begin. Anybody? I think most people know that one. Because when this is like you, then you are in a really good company, and it is more than understandable that you may be confused or overwhelmed in terms of how to care for your own health. Probably for some of you, this may also not be the first webinar on health and well-being. And I want to mention that if you have failed at implementing any kind of personal self-care rituals in the past, it's really not your fault, as there's lots of information out there which indeed can be confusing, and oftentimes it is this information overload that keeps you from success. And especially in the fields of healthcare, there are also powerful players and also lobbyists in the market that do not really want you to be successful on your path to self-determined health. But at that point, I'd like to mention one thing up front, just to be fully clear here. Everything I'll be telling you is never an approach of alternative medicine versus traditional medicine, as there's clearly a time and place for any medical model for sure. And the best approach is, according to my opinion, always to take the best out of both worlds. But I'm now just going to operate under the basic assumption that you are listening to this webinar because you are open for alternative and natural ways of achieving your lifestyle of health and wellness. And this is exactly what I want to show you, that there is an alternative way indeed, and that you can do this. You just need the right person to explain it to you, and that's what I'm here for. You may now be thinking, who the hell is this guy and how in the world could he provide guidance on this topic? And honestly, I'm glad you are asking. Therefore, let me spend a couple of minutes telling you why. In my case, worrying health issues already surfaced during my teenage and college years. Later on, as a corporate executive and management consultant, things gradually became worse with further stress-related diseases like tension in my head, neck, and shoulders, heartburns, insomnia, and high blood pressure emerging. Like most people today, I was just not prepared at all to manage these stresses efficiently. Instead, I felt that my only problem was that I just need another prescription drugs to keep going. And with ongoing career success and further increasing stress levels at work, I was no longer just lacking physical and mental health, but to an ever-increasing intent, I was also lacking social health due to long working days that prevented me from spending leisure time with friends and with the ones I love. And although I had everything you could ask for, professional success, recognition, money, and especially a caring family, vital things for real happiness like health and time freedom, they were missing. And it was my lovely little daughter who finally opened my eyes when she asked me one day why I never was at home to bring her to bed at night. This moment became the first turning point in my life, because I instantly decided to find something that I could do for work that would allow me to spend more time with the ones I love, and at the same time benefited my overall state of health. And shortly thereafter, as luck would have it, my wife asked me to attend an essential oils info class on her behalf. It was at that class where I first came into contact with doTERRA essential oils, with the great benefits of living a, let's say, toxin-free, plant-based wellness lifestyle, and also with the various business opportunities that doTERRA provides for people who love and share the products. Even though, honestly, I was still quite skeptical about this alternative way of healing my body, I gave the oils a try. And yeah, so my essential oil wellness journey and my, I call it, new life began. Yeah, today, these oils have been becoming ever present in my, as well as in my wife and daughter's life. The oils became my, let's say, saving grace, and I was able, for the first time, a long time, to really calm down and to manage my various, mainly stress-related diseases like heartburns, headaches, or insomnia, like I mentioned. But these oils have not only impacted my overall view on well-being and informed self-care, they also changed my perception of personal time freedom. And this shift in mindset and my passion for holistic wellness even became my lifeline. And eventually, I decided to walk away from my well-paid consultancy career and went all in for my real passion to share my knowledge and experience with the oils with other people, which led to the foundation of the Oils for Friends community. The more I shared my story and my passion, the more I got kind of tired of listening or continuing to see zero support for holistic alternatives from traditional healthcare. And that is why I began teaching classes just like this one. Because this message, in my opinion, must get out there that essential oils can support our bodies in so many positive ways. And that's exactly what I'm so excited to show you in this webinar. But before we dive into our class, I would love you to take just a moment to do some imagination with me today, as in my opinion, it best reflects the intention of this class, what the class is all about. You can also raise your hand again if you agree or if you would like to feel this way. So can you imagine what it would be like to take control over your health and wellness? And can you imagine what it would feel like to be empowered to make decisions about your own body that are safe, effective, and affordable? Just please hands up in the chat. Thanks. Can you imagine being able to manage the normal stresses? And they are there, and they are normal, and they come into your life every day. Can you imagine to being able to better cope with them so that you are present to better serve yourself and those around you? And what about being more educated and thus feeling empowered to be more proactive with your healthcare, simply by having this new, let's call it buffet of simple lifestyle hacks you can choose from? Anybody on this one? So finally, imagine with me having the ability to choose a safer and purer alternative to what you may already be choosing as your health and wellness care, because that's all about in that class. All right, that should have given you an idea about the contents of the webinar. And now the first cool thing that we are going to cover are 3 pretty cool things about doTERRA essential oils, because that's the oils that I use and that I'm going to talk about. And I will also ask you some questions about the things that I tell you in the webinar. So please take notes and comment in the box if you like. I would appreciate that. The first cool thing about doTERRA essential oils is that they are 100% natural and safe. That means there's nothing added to the oil or taken away from the chemical constituents. They are just simply pure essential oils with no side effects, no additives. They are safe for babies, safe for children, safe for adults, and they are also safe for the elderly people. Oils are extracts from plants, and they can have amazing health benefits. Just one fact, a pure essential oil is about 50 to 70 times more powerful than an herb. An example is that 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to drinking about 28 cups of peppermint tea. And who the hell wants to drink 28 cups of peppermint tea? So they are really potent. Now, what I love about these oils that I'm talking about is that they are certified pure, tested grade. It means that these oils are completely pure and potent, and this purity and quality is, of course, third-party tested. There are no foreign contaminants or fillers. Now, potent means that each plant was grown in a part of the world that the plant grows best, resulting in the absolute best chemistry for the plant. An example is that lavender should at best be harvested in the south of France or in Bulgaria, or lemon, for instance, in Italy. And when you have the ideal natural chemistry, the essential oil extracted does exactly what we wanted to do for our health. Unfortunately, since the essential oil world is not regulated these days, most oils, and I'm actually going to say about 99, 98, 99%, are either contaminated or adulterated. Contamination happens by accident. There's something else added to the oil. It could be a weed, a filler, a different kind of grass that actually interferes with the chemistry. And adulteration actually happens on purpose. There can be a middleman somewhere who's taking away or adding something in there so that they can make more profit, but at the expense of the oil's purity and potency. doTERRA's oils are 100% natural and pure, which makes them effective, potent, and safe to use. Now I'm going to ask you, who can tell me the first cool thing about essential oils in the chat? Anybody? If you've listened, you know it. Yes, you're right. They are 100% natural and safe. Great. The second cool thing is that they are more effective than many modern approaches to health problems. And at that point, I would like you to shout out if we have any medical professional in the room. Please type into the chat box if you are involved in the medical field. Because what I'm going to share with you sounds very, let's say, elementary to most of you who are involved in the medical field. And I do not want to offend you, but most of us just don't have the medical training that you have. So I'm going to make it really simple so that this makes sense to everyone. So we are going to go back to Biology 101. Hope that's okay for all of you. And check out the slide here and imagine that the image on the right side of the slide is a cell in your body. Now we know that cells have oily outer membranes. This cell membrane protects the cell. That's its job. It keeps all the good things in the cell and all the bad things out of the cell. Now, 2 of the things that are harmful to our cells are bacteria and viruses. Bacteria, as living things, usually form on the outside of the cell, and viruses duplicate on the inside of the cell. All you have to remember is bacteria on the outside, viruses on the inside. So let's assume if you went to the doctor with a bacterial infection, what would he recommend? Please shout out in the chat box. Anybody want to put a guess? Yes, correct. He would give you an antibiotic. And after taking the antibiotic for 7 to 10 days, in most cases, it does a good job by clearing up the infection, but it often comes with bad side effects on your gut, your hormones, and your immune system. Now, if you had a virus, like a cold or a flu, what would the doctor say? He would say, go home, drink lots of fluid, rest, and let it run its course. And you are absolutely miserable for some days. The reason why is because most of the modern recommendations are water-based synthetics. And you certainly know that water and oils just do not mix. So if the recommendation from your doctor is water-based, it will have a really, really hard time to penetrating through the oily cell membrane and actually stopping the duplication, or we call it the mutation of the virus inside the cell. Essential oils are different because, I think being an oil, they are oil-based, obviously, and that means they can permeate that oily cell membrane to work on a cellular level without any negative side effects. They work so well as oils of highest quality contain hundreds of different compounds in each one. So they are extremely versatile to help you with numerous issues at once. So let's take peppermint, for example. It has nearly 300 compounds, unique compounds. This is why it can help you with headaches and digestive issues at the exact same time. And that is why they are oftentimes so effective in addressing the various health problems. So anybody want to tell me what the second cool thing is about essential oils in the chat box right here? Remember, the first cool thing was that they were pure, potent, and safe. What's the second one? Yes, correct. They are oftentimes more effective than many approaches of traditional medicine. Now here's the third cool thing. The third cool thing about essential oils is that they are oftentimes more affordable than traditional medical care. So let me explain. It is very easy to spend several hundred euros in co-pays just for visiting the doctor several times a year. I acknowledge that healthcare is almost free in some countries, and I'll address that in a second. But typically, what I'm seeing, what I'm often hearing when I teach classes or talk to people, is that people have deductibles of up to 1,500 euros a year or even more. And because of frequently occurring doctor's visits, there are frequent costs occurring, which leads to substantial ongoing expenses for personal health care. And if your doctor gives you a prescription for, let's say, an antibiotic, there are substantial additional costs to fill the prescription at the pharmacy, for example. Now, when someone in my family has something, let's just say like an upcoming ear infection, I would rub 2 drops of lavender, 1 drop of basil or tea tree behind the ear and put them to bed. There's then a good chance, according to my experience, that the infection is cleared up, and it costs me much less than €1. No doctor's visits, no time off work, no prescription costs. Even if you live in a country with free medical care, I'm going to hold strong to the belief that essential oils are in many cases still more affordable than the gas in your car you pay to go to the doctor's office, or the half day of work you have to take off for that emergency. And we also have not even taken into account the fact that traditional medications can harm your gut, and that you might have to buy extra probiotics for 2 weeks that fix the damage, which is even more money you have to spend. I personally saved hundreds of euros in those last years in medical costs, since I'm proactively taking this approach in my health with essential oils. And in my opinion, you cannot afford to not use natural solutions. And that is why essential oils are oftentimes more affordable than traditional medical care, at least in the long run. And that is the third cool thing about essential oils. Who can tell me now all 3 cool things about essential oils that we discussed so far before we move on to the next topic? Anybody? We said they are natural and safe. Yes. They're oftentimes more effective. correct, as well as more affordable than most traditional approaches. So you now understand why essential oils are pretty cool, which means it is now time to understand 3 ways you can use essential oils. In general, there are 3 main ways to use essential oils: aromatically, topically, or internally. The first way you can use essential oils is aromatically. Everybody take your fingers right now, pinch right above the bridge of your nose, like I'm doing. Right under your fingers is what we call the olfactory nerve. This nerve sends messages to the limbic system, it's in the back of your brain, which in turn sends messages to all over the body. Let me illustrate. When you go to the hospital for a surgery and you need to be put under, how do they deliver the anesthesia? They do not give you a pill, and they usually do not give you a shot. They ask you to breathe through a mask and count down from 10 to 1. And most of us are completely out before we even get halfway there. So when you breathe those synthetic compounds from your mask, your olfactory system is powerful enough to send signals to your body to knock you out in under 10 seconds. It is by far the fastest way to actually access your brain. And this happens exactly the same way with natural compounds found in essential oils when used aromatically. So there are various ways to use essential oils aromatically. One way is to breathe them in from your hands. I'm actually going to take a bottle of peppermint myself. See it here. I put a drop in my hand, like this, 1 drop. You see it, 1 drop. Rub my hands, put the hands together. Take a big inhale. Or you can breathe them right from the bottle. You can open the bottle and just inhale like this. Breathe them in front. Or you can also breathe them, yes, I'll tell you, or in front from a diffuser. Actually, there's one currently running in my room right there. You see it there in the back. I have an uplifting blend of oils in it. I put in some bergamot, lemon, and a drop of tangerine to boost and clean up my mind. Now, do you have any idea why you would want to use a diffuser? Anybody? Yeah, when you use a diffuser, the aromatic compounds are lifted up into the air and are suspended, so they remain in the pathway of your olfactory nerve for hours. So who would not want to spend the day at their desk feeling uplifted and just focusing better? So tell me in the chat, what is the first way to use essential oils? It's an easy one. Yeah, right. It's aromatically, yes. The second way to use essential oils is topically, means on the skin. You can actually apply oils directly to your skin. For children and people with sensitive skin, you want to dilute them with fractionated coconut oil, for example. It's just as effective. Actually, it penetrates on a deeper level. It just takes a little bit longer to absorb. You can even apply the oils to the bottom of your feet, including babies, by the way. It won't bother them when you dilute them. The pores on the bottom of your feet are really big, and the oils would absorb there very, very quickly into the bloodstream. It is a great way to get oils into your system fast. Not sure if you have ever heard this, but if you have a baby sucking a pacifier and you go ahead and massage some peppermint oil into their feet and you take the pacifier out about 20 minutes later, you will taste the peppermint flavor on the pacifier. Incredible, isn't it? And in case you have a stomach ache, for example, you just might rub, for instance, our digestive gland on your belly. Intuitive. Or if you have a headache, you might rub peppermint on your, or a tension blend on your temples. Or you have a chest cold, just rub the oils among your chest. Again, peppermint works well, or just use our respiratory blend. If you have a cut or a burn on your finger, you could put a drop of lavender on that wound. Or if you're looking for a better night's sleep or rest, you could again rub some lavender onto your wrists or bottom of your feet again. There are just some of the ways you could use essential oils topically, and there are many more. And they are so easy to implement. So does anybody already have an oil that they would love to use topically? Would you shout that out in the chat, please? For example, an oil against pain management or inflammation, sleep, or tension, for example. I gave you some hints. Yes, correct. Lavender, peppermint are really great choices for topical application. But there are, as I said, so many more you can use. The third way to use essential oils is internally. Now, these doTERRA essential oils are not only safe to use internally, they're also recommended to do this way. But always remember the power of one drop. I told you about the peppermint cup example, you remember? That means very little can indeed go a long, long way. That means don't take too much. But as they are certified pure tested grade, again, tested by third parties, it means that these oils are medical grade and that they are safe to ingest, unlike most other brands. You can put them directly under your tongue. You can drink them in your water. If you don't like the taste, you can also put them in a veggie capsule. It is like mixing up or concocting your own little natural remedy, okay? I talked earlier about using oils in your water. You can put, for instance, drops of tea tree, clove, or our immune supporting blend in water and gargle it for an upcoming strep throat, a cold or a flu, right? This is a great preventative application, by the way. I do quite frequently. It works so well. So does anybody know why you might want to use the oils internally? Shout out so I can hear you from in the chat. I already gave you some hints. Yes, correct. They go right into your digestive system and they absorb directly into your body. They are breaking through that oily cell membrane, right? So that are great for your immune system, against infections, for relaxation, your skin, and even your emotions. So to sum it up, anybody remember all three ways to use essential oils? I hope so. As if you don't remember, I'm going to have to give you a focus blend probably. No, it's not a joke. All right, so now you learned that essential oils are safe to use, effective, and also affordable. And you also learned that you can use them aromatically, topically, that means on your skin, as well as internally. Now it's time to get specific and share how essential oils can target three important areas of your body to improve your overall health, physically, emotionally, and mentally. The first area, essential oils can target your physical body, specifically your digestive and your immune system. I have talked about that a bit already. You probably know that your immune system is the way your body defends itself. But did you know, hands up, raise your hand, did you know that 70% of your immune system is located in your gut? Anybody? 70%. That is why your overall health is so intricately linked to your digestive system. People often think, oh, I'm eating quite fine, I'm doing gluten-free, I'm taking sugar out, I'm eating less and less meat, maybe I will also cut out dairy. But you've got to eat in a way where you are actually giving yourself the micro and macro nutrients to support your immune system. You have got to make sure that your digestive system is working, that the enzymes are working to absorb the nutrients, that inflammation is not in the gut, and that the gut is cleansed of toxins on a regular basis. And honestly, you can't do that by yourself. I'm just letting you know, okay? And there are many oils you can use to support your digestive and your immune system, but one of the most powerful is peppermint again. As already mentioned, there is also a digestive as well as an immune supporting blend. But to keep it simple, let's stay with peppermint. Peppermint benefits your digestive system because it targets gut motility. Gut motility refers to the contractions that actually happen in your large and small intestines as they digest your food, and low gut motility means you suffer from things like gas or upset stomachs or bloating. Do you have an idea how you can use peppermint essential oil to improve your digestive system based on what you have learned so far? If so, again, please shout out in the chat box. Yeah, that's correct. You can use peppermint internally in a capsule, as you said, or you can place it directly under your tongue. You can also, like I said, use it topically or aromatically to wake you up, to give you more energy, bring down a fever, cool you down, get rid of a headache, helps with cravings, stimulate your breathing. Yes, peppermint is very, very versatile indeed, like, by the way, most other oils. So the first area essential oils can target in order to improve your physical health is your digestive and your immune system. The second area essential oils can target is your emotional well-being. Now we have emotions all day long in response to the thoughts that are crossing our minds. Some are good, some are bad. It's normal to want to feel more of the good emotions. And countless medical studies have shown people who invest time in themselves experience more joy and happiness. Unfortunately, so many of us are so accustomed to viewing ourselves as last that we may not even know what brings us joy anymore. Have you ever felt guilty for taking a time out for yourself just to fill your emotional cup? I would not doubt it. And essential oils can assist in helping you feel more grounded and more balanced. They can also be used to bring you up when you feel exhausted or depressed. Citrus oils, for example, like white orange, red mandarin, tangerine, lime, and lemon, are all perfect for this because they are uplifting and energizing at the same time. So, can you share any way that you would use an oil like white orange, for instance, based on what you have already learned? Anybody want to share in the chat? Yes, as I said, I personally enjoy putting a drop of white orange in my water, drinking it, or diffusing it for an instant boost. I gave you a hint earlier that I love diffusing citruses, right? Oils directly impact our emotions, and that is the second way they impact our health. The third area you can address with essential oils is your mental state. Our mental state is impacted by many things in our body, but two areas specifically stand out here. The busy 24/7 nature of our lives has made us chronically sleep deprived and stressed. A lack of sleep and high stress put us at risk for developing all kinds of health issues like cardiovascular diseases like high blood pressure, mood disorders, tensions, insomnia, not to mention feeling out of balance and just unable to make good decisions. When we sleep, or actually, I should say, when we do not sleep, we can be more prone to get sick, having extreme mood swings, and are chronically tired. And all of that happened to me, as I told you in my story. And have you ever felt like any of those conditions describe you? If so, I would not doubt it at all, as it is normal in our society today. So we want to give our body that opportunity to rest. Now, unfortunately, too often, the default treatment method is prescription medication, and it comes with numerous well-known side effects. And who knows with how many additional unknown side effects, while never treating the real root cause of our lack of sleep and our stress. And essential oils can actually assist you by promoting relaxation and by providing tools to center your thoughts. Oils like lavender, Roman chamomile, cedarwood, or other woodsy oils have proven calming properties as well as the ability to soothe our minds. So, can you share how you would apply an oil like lavender? Like if your goal was to improve your mental state, what would you do? Pop it in here. Yeah, right away. I would think of, I would also think of diffusing lavender. Yes, lavender, together with Roman chamomile or an additional calming woodsy oil when I'm feeling stressed and anxious. I also like to carry them with me in a little box. I can show it. I have it right here. That's my little box for some quick treatment on the go. I think you see it here. It's quite good to have them on hand when you need them. So let's recap. We have now talked about how using essential oils can improve your digestive, your immunity, your emotions, and your mental state, which means that essential oils are really your ticket to complete and total holistic wellness. So I have a question for you. Would you like me to help you discover the solutions doTERRA has for you. So so that you can start your own wellness journey, and so you can begin taking back control of your health using what you have learned today. Just raise your hand. Yes, thank you. You can also write hell yes in the chat so I can get you started. Yeah, also remember why you showed up today. You said that you had a passion for natural living and that you wanted to learn more on this topic. And frankly, you were tired of traditional medicine compromising your health rather than treating your body as an integrated system, right? You also crave solutions that are not only treating your symptoms, but are actually preventing disease from happening. You're also disillusioned with commercially mass-produced pharmaceutical choices that are prescribed to the masses with little attention to your unique needs and plenty of side effects. And finally, you know something needs to change to improve the health and the health of your loved ones, but you're a little overwhelmed with all the ideas out there and just do not really know where to begin. Remember, this is why you said you showed up. So I'm excited for you because you have a decision to make. Option one is you keep doing what you are doing and you make no changes to your daily habits, to your lifestyle. You continue to feel tired or worn down or depleted without being in control of your own health and wellness, which is totally fine for me, and I fully get it. But there's also option two, where you say yes instead, yes to making a 100% commitment to yourself, to making small changes in the right direction, to improve your overall holistic wellness. What's exciting about this second opinion is not only will you see improvements in your personal health, but you will also going to see improvements in your family's health and in the people around you. I know that you're now wondering right now how you can get your hands on the same oils that I'm using. There are three ways how you can purchase your own doTERRA essential oils so you can get started on this journey right away. The first way is retail, but nobody here wants to buy retail as it is the most expensive way to buy. The second price is wholesale. This is kind of like a membership card with an annual membership that gives you access to great products at the best prices. And with doTERRA, having a wholesale membership allows you to purchase your oils at 25% below retail pricing. And the third way, and this is really the smartest way to buy, is below wholesale through our loyalty rewards program. This is a member-only option that you can do monthly. That means there are no hidden costs or any obligations, and you can get reward points back every single purchase to use the next month on free products. And this is how myself and my family order. This is how we get our supplements, our personal care products, and our favorite oils every single month. So many of our products end up being free, which is really a great thing, and which really enables us to incorporate the oils into our life in a holistic way, which is the overall target or goal. We call this free medical healthcare, free natural healthcare. And this one important aspect to mention is doTERRA wants to support you with your essential oils journey. And the goal is not that you just have a bottle of lavender for your sleep or a bottle of peppermint for your tensions. doTERRA's and also my goal is to teach you how to live a completely natural lifestyle so that you are prepared, fully equipped, and that you can go with your natural medicine cabinet when things come up like pain or allergies, colds or flus. And in order to best meet these goals, doTERRA put kits together, bundles together that are less expensive than if you purchase your oils individually. So if you add up the costs of all the oils, the kits are always going to be a better deal. The kits include a free wholesale membership, and you have everything you need at your fingertips. But before I cover the kits, I have actually got a gift for you. Actually, a few gifts. If you're ready to make an investment in yourself now, I'm going to make an investment now in you. And I have several bonuses to offer. so you can understand how to use your essential oils. These are totally free bonuses that I have put together and that I'm offering you today, that are yours, and that all you have to do is to get started with your own kit. The first bonus that I have for you is a quick reference essential oil book to enable you to get started with essential oils right away and to give you ideas how to best address a huge variety of possible ailments that you might encounter. The second bonus is great because although you are now super excited right now, when you get out of this class to get started with your own wellness journey, about 1 week later when your oils arrive at your doorstep, you may forget how to use them. But I'm not going to forget about you though. So I'm including, in addition to the quick reference book, a personal wellness overview, a wellness consultation, where you and I will get together. If we are local, we can do it in person. If we are not, we can hop on a call or a video Zoom. I will personally walk you through your essential oil kit and show you how to use everything so that you can get the most out of your doTERRA membership, okay? The next bonus is really exciting because in addition to the quick reference book, the wellness consultation, I'm also giving you access to my exclusive customer groups where I provide regular education on essential oils and other holistic wellness topics. This group is full of like-minded people also on a journey to improve their health. We talk about essential oils, hacks for improving your health, recipes to try DIY toxin-free household solutions. I think you get the idea. And for any one of you who is setting up a membership with me today, you will receive the total bundle consisting of the quick reference book, the wellness consultation, the ongoing education in my customer group, as well as a free oil in the amount of up to 110 euros approximately, depending on the starter kit you choose. So no matter how you want to begin your wellness journey, these bonuses that you get from starting this journey with me today, all these free bonuses have you fully covered, and they end up giving an immediate return on your initial investment in your health. So it's time to take a closer look at an extract of possible kit options that exist. The Natural Solutions Kit is my favorite kit. It has mostly everything you need to replace your entire medicine cabinet. You've got all the most important oils, a diffuser, amazing digestive enzymes and probiotics to support your gut, incredible immune oils and soap, sanitizers, and even soft gels. And finally, the oil-based lifelong vitality supplement trio, so that you are getting all of the nutrition, omegas, cellular repair, cellular vitality, etc. in this kit. And this kit that you see on the screen here saves you approximately 240 euros of the wholesale price. So it's by far the most cost-effective way to get started when you have an holistic approach. The next kit is the Home Essentials Kit. This kit has the 10 most important oils that should not be missing out in any household in the big 50 milliliter bottles, as well as a diffuser. This kit saves you approximately 100 euros of the wholesale price. It's quite a good kit for a start. And the third kit option is the Family Essentials Kit. I like to call this little kit a sample kit, and it still comes with the 10 most important oils, but now in the smaller 5 milliliter bottles and without a diffuser. Here you save approximately 40 euros of the wholesale price when you purchase this kit. So now, before I go ahead and have a couple of more things I want to wrap up with you. First of all, there are generally 3 types of people who come to my classes, and you are one of them. This first type of person is excited to live a natural lifestyle. I do believe that that's you, as a lot of you raised your hands and spoke up in the chat. And when you learn about the power of essential oils, you just cannot wait to use them and maybe share them with your family and doTERRA. And doTERRA and I support this kind of person by providing free continued oil education, as I mentioned. The second type of person, this may be you too, is sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, I wish my mom was on this class with me, or I wanted my friend to learn about this, or I need to learn more so I can properly use them myself and maybe share my knowledge a little bit. And this kind of people always share what they love. That's a restaurant, a movie, a new pair of shoes, whatever. And doTERRA actually supports this kind of person through a generous system to reward for sharing purposely. As these people consistently share over time, they can have their oils that they purchase paid for every month. And we call this, as I mentioned before, free natural healthcare. And there are thousands of people all over the world who are currently receiving free natural healthcare from doTERRA. And I'm one of them. And the third type of person has been watching or listening to me and thinking, this is what I want to do. I also want to change people's lives through educating about the power of essential oils. I want to incorporate this into my existing business, or I want to create a new business with essential oils like I did. And doTERRA rewards this kind of person through an incredibly generous compensation plan. And this kind of person educates others about the power of essential oils consciously and deliberately, like I'm doing right now. They can earn enough to supplement or even replace their income so they can become financially free. I'm this kind of person. Remember, I told you I was a former business consultant and went all in for it, right? No matter which of these three people you identify with, your first step is always the same. Enroll with a starter kit, get me as your personal coach, and make your own great oil experiences. But if you are the second or the third type of person, please just raise your hand again, or shout out in the chat box, or write me a direct message now or directly after the class so I can see who you are and where you are. Now, I know you might have some questions. Certainly there are. And so I'm just going to throw some popular ones up here on the screen. The first question, or let's say the first concern I generally get is, I can't afford this. Now, I want to address this directly because maybe you are thinking you cannot afford to invest in your health, and I get it. Oftentimes people think they can't spare any money from their budget. But I have a question for you, and I want you to consider it. Can you really afford to not prioritize your health any longer? I really do not want to know what my life would be right now if I had not invested in myself and in my health. I'm sure I'd still be suffering from digestive issues, tensions, insomnia, high blood pressure, etc., etc. I mentioned it. I'm handing to you your ticket to holistic wellness, and I will be beside you to support you on this journey 100% of the way, which again is my passion. The next concern I often hear is, I'm too busy to upgrade my health and wellness routine. Maybe you are thinking you are too busy to focus on this. Busy-itis, we should call it probably. It's chronic. It's a chronic issue in our culture. And my response to you is, there is no way you are too busy to prioritize feeling better. There is no way. Plus, like I said, all I'm encouraging you to do is make one small step at a time, okay? Maybe you're wondering what other people are going to think of you when you start using or even sharing these oils. And I'm not going to lie, you are going to get some pushback. When I began my journey, especially as a man in this rather female environment, I definitely was somehow exotic, and I still am. But friends and family began witnessing my personal transformation, and guess who became my best customers? I'm now lucky enough to have not only introduced my family and my friends to products that improve their lives, but some of them also partnered with me in my business because they love the essential oils so much, and the oils actually became the door opener for them too. Not only to improve their health, but their financial situation as well. And their story can be yours as well. To sum it up, you just have nothing to lose at all. But if you don't start, you will never know what you may have lost. Okay, that's for now. Now I'm so excited to help you all get started. And I just cannot wait to help you making your own oil experiences. Therefore, I want anyone of you in this class right now to pull out your cell phones. Now you are allowed to do that. And text me. Text me via WhatsApp or any kind of messenger. Here's my phone number. It's +49 for Germany, 151-5800-3031. You also see it on the screen, by the way. I want you to text me right now so I have all of your info and can have conversation with each of you individually to discuss the various starting options that just fits best to your own unique personal health priorities, needs, and also aspirations. Great. I just received the first message from you guys, and I'm so excited to help you get going. Hope there will be some more. All right, as I said, I will message all of you right after the class individually to set up personal appointments, and I can't wait to get to know you in person. Yes, it was a pleasure to have you here in this webinar. Thanks for joining, and hear you soon on the phone. Bye.